Who do you guys think had the most toxic relationship? I mean, like, genuinely not
I'm number two.
toxic.
Sorry,
You don't
Gino
think?
and Jasmine are number one.
I think they're number one.
Hands
For
down.
toxicity, yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Whoa.
I made it to America, bitches.
What an entrance. Jasmine is talking about she made it to America. She's over there looking like Miss America. She is overdressed, and I love it.
I want to start by letting you know that I heard everything.
Jasmine reacts to the cast calling her the most toxic.
She is the poster child for a toxic partner.
Toxic.
Plus, she reveals some shocking information that drives their point home.
Jasmine, have there been any other meetings with Dane that Gino doesn't know about?
He proposed a goodbye dinner.
Jasmine, when was this?
February 14th.
Is this a joke?
It sure does sound like one. Let's get into it. Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Melicia. Okay, starting from the top, let's get into my favorite part of these tell-alls. The moment when the cast sees each other for the first time in the green room.
You look like a movie star.
You're so do you.
That's crazy,
How are
bro.
you?
Misha seems nice, but she's really Catholic and I'm really gay. I know there's going to be judgment. I mean, without a doubt.
There wasn't much judgment from Misha, but there was some from Misha's man, Nicola.
Statler, you mentioned that you've had an adventurous sex life, going to sex parties, a busy elevator, and even doing it in church during Mass.
Why you have to go to church and do it in the church? I mean, that's a big sin.
Yeah, I don't know what Statler was trying to prove with her sexcapades back then, but that's another conversation.
I'm not here to judge. Because my stinks.
It sure does. I haven't covered much of Riley and Violet this season, mainly because as a couple, in my opinion, they can be annoying. They're not fun to watch. They do this thing where instead of just opening up and showing love, they're mean to each other.
You love me.
I'm not saying the word, but I'll say this.
Yeah, it's weird. And when Riley arrived in Vietnam, their dynamic became even worse. It started to seem as if Violet was being mean to Riley because she actually doesn't like him. It reminds me of this moment from Dodgeball.
Hey, honey. L for love. Good times.
There would be times where she would just look at him in disgust.
You call me fat and ugly in front of people.
Xấu.
What?
I say you are ugly, you are very bad.
You really said that?
But through the ups and downs of his trip, he held on. And then when he tried to show her affection in a mature way by saying, "I love you," when it was time for him to go, Violet didn't want to hear it.
I just said to you, without saying it, that
No, don't tell.
But now she's claiming she's pregnant with his baby.
Since I've been home, Violet now is claiming that she is a couple of months pregnant. Because of the medication I am on, it's a less than 1% chance. Being that I'm on this medication, less than 1% chance that I can conceive.
See? Annoying. At this point, Violet is giving ruthless manipulator. And for some reason, Riley seems to be attracted to women who don't truly like or respect him. All right, enough about those two.
David!
David shows up to the tell-all with a new look. He looks handsome. I'm loving this beard.
Some of the other castmates are toxic as
Want to name any names?
I mean, I think it's self-explanatory.
Then enters Amanda, who has left the sweet persona she first had at the beginning of the season behind.
I wish I would have been more of myself and not so concerned about what people would think of me. And now I'm just like, I don't give a like, this is me.
And who that is still unclear.
Who do you guys think had the most toxic relationship? I mean, like, genuinely not
I'm number two.
toxic. What?
I'm number 2 on that list.
Yeah, I'd probably vote you number 1.
Ooh, Christian, come through with the honesty.
I own it.
Sorry,
You
but
don't
Gino
think?
and Jasmine are number one.
I think they're number one.
Hands
For
down.
toxicity, yeah.
I used to think that Gino was the scum of the earth, but I now think Gino needs to be protected at all costs. Jasmine is a horrible human.
Damn.
She is the poster child for a toxic partner. Holy cow.
I wouldn't go as far as calling Jasmine a horrible human being, but poster child for toxic, okay. If I had to choose, I think Riley and Violet take the #1 spot for the most toxic couple this season. And Jasmine and Gino are right after. To be honest, that could be because I'm just used to Jasmine's behavior. And sometimes I think she adds a little extra for the camera. At least I hope she does. Her behavior is so wild sometimes, it's hard to believe.
If you've ever been in a toxic relationship, right, that's triggering as hell watching her stuff.
Oh, and triggering, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't even want to be in the same room, so I'm glad that we're not going to be in the same room as her.
Oh, spoke too soon. First, Gino enters the room.
What are you talking about?
Well, some of us were more on your side of the couple's interactions.
Ha, nice way to put it. And then, dun dun dun.
Hi, everyone.
Jasmine's voice is so distinct.
You were not expecting me to be here, but here I am.
This is wild.
The embassy in Panama was a nightmare, but finally I got my visa and I made it to America. They didn't know that I heard what they were saying. Everyone was saying very judgmental, bad things about me. But when I show up, awkward silence. No one said a word.
Jasmine tells the cast she heard everything they said about her.
I'm very familiar with all your stories.
And they have no room to judge because they all have baggage. Statler was quiet for a second, which had me thinking, girl, where did this energy go?
I don't even want to be in the same room, so I'm glad that we're not going to be in the same room as her.
But eventually she spoke up.
Do you recognize that you're toxic?
I don't think anyone's put a label on anyone.
Yes, y'all did.
I don't think anyone's put a label on anyone, but what I have seen, Gino, I'm very worried for you.
Okay, first of all,
What do you think Gino is thinking? He looks like a kid who is embarrassed because his mom is going off on somebody. Those of you who know the look.
okay, first of all, like you're being very judgmental.
I love having an opinion. I'm entitled to it.
That's very bully on you.
Statler and Christian are so messy. Look at their reactions as Jasmine and Misha go back and forth. They are tell-all newbies, ready for some action.
Time to head to the stage, guys, so if you could all...
Okay.
Yes!
Here we go.
Once they get out on the stage, we see the other cast members who are out of the country.
What's up, Tyree? Everyone looks amazing. You guys all look great.
And we see Tyree. Yep. Did you forget? He was part of the season. I know, it seems like his storyline with Carmela was so long ago. But yeah, he's at a hotel right now because he's a little sick.
Slight headache, a little sore throat, but I'm okay.
Okay, good. We certainly hope that you feel better.
Oh, Tyree. All right, the official tell-all kicks off, and Sean asked Jasmine about the season finale episode, when she was crying hysterically outside of the U.S. Embassy in Panama.
Why did you have the Panamanian flag?
What do you mean?
I don't want to see the Panamanian flag in the background.
Because she wasn't able to have her visa interview, having us thinking she got completely denied to come to the U.S.
What happened?
I went there prepared after waiting for 18 months for my interview, and when the day finally arrived, they say, oh, I'm sorry, we have to postpone. They say, like, it might be something with the system. I wanted an answer, even if that answer was, no, your visa is not gonna be approved. I wanted to have an answer.
Well, she went through this.
I don't want to see the Panamanian flag in the background.
For nothing. Next time you're stressed about something not happening when you want it to, think about Jasmine. In the end, it all worked out.
How long have you been here in the U.S.?
Just a few days.
Next, Jasmine's ex, Dane, comes up, and they show a never-before-seen clip between the two.
Oh, yeah.
Look how Jasmine's face just lit up.
Good to see you. Jazzy,
Hi, baby.
it's good to see you. What's been happening?
Uh,
How's it having Gino in town?
I wish I could say like a honeymoon.
Oh no, what happened?
It's so embarrassing, but he doesn't want to have sex with me.
That's not good.
No sex, baby. It's
Yeah.
like I'm as
Jazz. You are naughty.
If that was Gino talking to his ex, that place would have been a wreck.
To talk to her ex about our sex life and details is just not right.
I agree.
Period.
I agree.
And
You don't do that.
Gino, honestly, like, I don't know how you can trust her around him.
Jasmine is looking like,
What'd you just say?
but luckily she kept it cool.
you have expressed several times that you yourself are very insecure. And that was my insecurity, okay? I'm not saying I'm an angel, because I'm not, but Gino is not an angel either.
Right, I was wondering that. I started to think that's just how she talks, calling everyone baby, but I guess not. That's so bold. And to do it on camera. What did Statler say?
Gino needs to be protected at all costs.
But if we are being honest with ourselves, Gino doesn't want to be saved. He doesn't.
Jasmine, have there been any other meetings with Dane that Gino doesn't know about?
I'll be very honest because I choose to be honest.
Statler is cracking me up.
I know you're gonna get mad.
Uh-oh.
But I knew that I was coming to America, and I don't know when I'm gonna go back to Panama again. And I didn't know if I will ever see Dan again.
Are you kidding?
Gino knows some BS is about to come out of Jasmine's mouth.
He proposed a goodbye dinner.
Goodbye dinner? What the is that?
A dinner to say goodbye, Gino. But that wasn't the kicker. The kicker came when Jasmine revealed when she went to dinner with Dane.
Jasmine, when was this?
February 14th.
What in the world? I cannot even take her serious right now. She can't be for real.
That's
Wait,
Valentine's Day.
That's Valentine's
Which
Day.
is the day of friends.
Which is a day of friends. Jasmine, this is what I mean by is she doing things for the camera? She spit that date out so quick, knowing good and well the reaction she was going to get.
We didn't even realize. You know when realized it was Valentine? When we went to the restaurant and there were hearts everywhere. I was like, oh my.
You guys.
This doesn't add up. Because if it was Valentine's Day, I'm sure she and Gino discussed it. They're a couple. Regardless of their time zones, I'm pretty sure she was aware of it.
Did you guys have sex after that?
No.
Does anybody buy that Jasmine didn't know it was
honest.
Valentine's
It's
Day?
up to you, believe it or not. I'm being honest.
They should have had Dane on the tell-all. Why isn't he here? We need some clarity from him.
I could see a world where Dane said, well, hey, if it's really that bad, why don't you come on downstairs to my place tonight and we'll just crack a bottle of wine and talk about it.
I mean, we had so much sex in the past that we got sick and tired of it.
But so gross,
And
Jasmine. Jasmine, even you saying that is so gross.
That's the reason why I don't want them two together.
We don't want that anymore. We're like, oh, it's like the
Jasmine, it should just be as simple as Gino says, I don't want you to see him again, and that should be it.
I cannot take Jasmine serious right now. I can't.
Jasmine, what if Gino gave you an ultimatum? Stop being his friend or leave the relationship? Which would you choose?
That would be very unfair for him to ask me that because I have very few friends. My inner circle is so small. And Dan has been part of it even before Gino. And he's nothing other than a friend.
Toxic.
That word gets thrown around a lot, but Jasmine's behavior can be destructive for sure. Sean goes on to ask Jasmine about this sex tape she said she made with Dane 1 month before Gino came to see her. And ooh, this lady right here is too invested.
We did one sex video, like just for fun. But Yeah, it
You
was.
did a sex video?
I told you.
No, you never told me
Yeah, I
that.
told you about it.
What?
Jasmine has been putting Gino's business in the bedroom out there and Dane's. What does Dane do for a living? He looks like a businessman. Hopefully this doesn't affect his work. Respect is everything.
You never told me about a sex video.
I didn't even know that you existed. And the thing is that,
Kidding? Can I see the sex video?
You want to see
you're sick.
Gino, don't watch that video, dude.
No, I don't want to watch it, but I want to know the date.
The date.
If I have it in my iCloud, I'm gonna show you with the date.
You got it in the iCloud?
Just
You
the
got it in
date.
the cloud? What's wrong
No.
with you?
It's a, how do you call it? Memory stick? I don't know.
And when was the last time you talked to him?
To Dan, after my arrival, just to let him know what I was, happening between Gino and I, all the tension. And ever since, I haven't talked to him anymore.
Ever since? You arrived a few days ago. The last time she spoke with Dane was a few days ago.
How long have you been here in the U.S.?
Just a few days.
Well, the cast takes a break, and backstage, Jasmine tells Gino he needs to have her back more, which is another moment I can't take serious.
And you were so judgmental out there. Like, I can take from everyone telling me, but you were so judgmental and you're acting like you don't know me or like I have cheated on you. I'm always honest to you. I'm not gonna feel bad about something that it's part of my past. I have to find it and delete it, okay?
And you don't have any other files of any more of your boyfriend's sex videos and like that?
I don't. You better start standing by my side because trying to adapt to this whole new country and you're not making it easier for me, okay? I'm just gonna be myself, so deal with it.
Gino is trying to get some privacy after the embarrassing mess he just experienced.
We have to try to have a more healthy relationship, but the problem is we don't know how to do it.
The problem seems to be your behavior, Jasmine. That seems to be the problem. And the thing is, Jasmine knows she has work to do. It's something I've talked to her about. She just has to commit to it.
I've been in therapy as long as I can remember, I do everything. Even by myself. I've been provided many tools and all that, but it's hard. It's not easy to be me, I have to say that, or deal with me. I'm a very difficult person because, as I said, I can go to both extremes. That's kind of dangerous.
Yeah. Hopefully when she gets to the point where she really wants to change, it won't be too late. All right, next week I will be out of town. I know, so there won't be a recap, but I'll be back the following week with all you need to know as the new season of 90 Day Fiancé kicks off. I also have something special for you coming up, so be on the lookout for that. All right, 90 Day Fans fam, make sure you stick with ET because we are covering it all. I will see you next time.